What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld, and I've been getting a lot of questions about this Lamar Jackson, the Black Friday special that you can pull out of packs right now for a limited time. Before we jump into it and how I'm going to dissect it for you guys to thoroughly make sure you understand what's going on, I'm going to ask you guys, as I usually do, to go ahead and like that video. Let's try to get to 450 likes. I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your holiday season. We are going to talk about this right now, okay? Some of you are really... you guys are really into speed at the quarterback position. You guys are looking for other quarterbacks other than Michael Vick that's going to be able to move the ball like that. You guys are looking to try to change up the way that your team is going to be able to respond to different types of pressure. Obviously, with the new patch right now, the contains actually stand up, so they're not considered rushers. You're going to have to actually send your guys now, unless you want them to stand up and realistically play contain, the way that it used to be in Madden 10. But let's go ahead and we're going to bring up his card, and I'm going to talk to you guys about it because so many people have been asking me exactly why, what I think. Why don't I think that Lamar Jackson would be worth it? Some of you guys have assumed that because of the speed, and I love speed so much, that he would be a card I would consider picking up for different reasons, maybe fake field goals, whatever like that. But I'm here to tell you that it probably wouldn't make much sense to pick him up just for fake field goals. That wouldn't make any sense. Now, what's going to happen is, more than likely, he is going to get a power-up. You can see people are buying him now, and it's a very, very highly priced 85 overall, but you can see that he had a core rookie. Okay, he had a core rookie, he had a Night Guardians, so he's had different cards that you kind of think about it like, yo, they're going to probably give him a power-up very soon. Now, let's look at this, right? This is the ideal situation. The dude has a 93 speed. That's absolutely insane, but if you've watched him play, you understand that EA is right on the money with that because he looks like he can just turn into a rocket. Bro, the dude just looks really, really fast. But now, let's look at the rest of his card, because that's what's really going to matter, okay? That 72 throw accuracy deep, I'm going to tell you this right now. That dude that's serving hot dogs in the stadium is going to get bashed in the head by the football when you try to throw it with Lamar Jackson in this game. I'm just pointing it out. The throw short, all right, you're going to be able to deal with that. The mid, you may not be too accurate trying to throw like a quick post, things like that. It looks like all you're going to be able to do with this guy is throw drag routes. Now, you might laugh at that, but a lot of people, that's their entire scheme in Madden. They just come out and throw drag routes the entire game. It's very, very stupid, but it's also successful for them, and it works. You guys know what I'm talking about. You come out, a dude has a stacked defense, but he's trash, and on offense, all he's trying to do is hit you with a drag route or run trips tight end and run inside zone. Yeah, it happens to us all. This guy right here, let me tell you how he would have been ideal. If this is Madden 25, where the read option realistically worked, this card would be a nightmare. He'd be going for like 1,000,000 coins at an 85 overall with these numbers, all right? But I want you guys to understand, unless you're coming out in a straight read option, pass run option, like you got to just be doing, this guy cannot throw the ball. Put it like this, Cam Newton, right, with the stuff that he has going on, he barely throws completions, and you can look at his numbers. These are all his base numbers, by the way. I have him chemmed up, so he's a lot better than what it looks like right there. But I'm trying to make you guys understand, Cam Newton will throw the ball into Galactica. Like, he'll just throw the ball into space randomly at different times. If you are considering getting Lamar Jackson, be prepared for that type of action, okay? Because I don't have to test him out. I don't have to, listen, I would probably go insane if I played a game with this guy. Because I try to throw dots on a reg, you know what I'm saying? Straight up dots, and I'm always trying to go deep. This guy right here, would really, really grind my gears. Now look though, if you do end up getting this card, and EA for whatever reason releases a power-up, now it's going to be a little bit different, because you can use the coaches, the stadium, you can use a lot of different things to upgrade him. What I will tell you is this though, I believe, and this is just my personal opinion, the upgrades don't really matter based on, it all goes by what the highest base card is. You see what I'm saying? Like for instance, right? I have Cam Newton powered up. So he looks really, really good. Let me go, I'm gonna go to the actual screen and show it to you. We'll come back to Lamar Jackson in a second. I'm gonna go to the actual my item binder, and I'm gonna show you Cam Newton. And then from there, I'm gonna explain to you what's going on. So Cam is chemmed up. His numbers look completely different than what you just saw right there, because it doesn't show the chemmed up numbers, right? So we're going to go over to Cam, and and he's right there. All right, now look, pay attention to this, right, guys? That's him chemmed up. All of his stuff is just like highly, you know, it's straight chemmed up. Everything is looking pretty. It's all good, right? Let me explain this to you thoroughly so you understand, right? This dude right here is outrageously inaccurate, even with all those things there. You see what I'm saying? And it's simply because that's just the way the game is designed. It's not a situation where it's like, all right, they're trying to make Cam Newton's card garbage, because he still is a very, very good card, which is why I have him. It's just the fact that he's going to overthrow some simple throws and make the more difficult ones. And this is fully chemmed up. But why I believe that it goes based on his original card is because most of the cards truly play to what their base is. And remember, for you to unlock a lot of the things that are with their chemistries, you still have to meet a certain threshold with the highest base card anyway. So I think what EA does is they try to give you like a slider advantage, you know, above what the base card is, but they still pretty much play like the highest card. So like his 93 team of the week, that's pretty much what I'm playing with, except for the fact that the speed actually shows and his throw power, you can see a difference. You know what I'm saying? But like the throw accuracy deep, I think because it's like an 84 to start, that they keep it like that. I think that, you know what I'm saying? Like they keep it along those lines. So it's more likely that he's going to overthrow a deep throw, even though he is already chemmed up. Now, understand this. I could easily use, like, if they give Lamar Jackson a power-up, right? You could easily make everything on your team, as far as the coaches, the stadiums, the coaches, the stadiums, and the uniforms, you can make them all pretty much Ravens. And then you could use training points to power it all up, right? So look, for example, right? I have the Panther Stadium. I haven't added any chemistries to it yet. But I just want to give you guys an example. We're going to go ahead, and I'm going to show you what's going on with it. The Panther scheme, right? You could go ahead, you could do this and start to buy things that increase different parts. The passing, the rush D, whatever. In our case, we would go after passing because Cam Newton is the only Panther that we have. You see what I'm saying? Now you would look and see, based on the components, what would happen. We could increase his deep throw accuracy, his medium throw accuracy. We could do a lot of different things. Pass block power, if we had old linemen that happen to do that. Just take a look at all the stuff you could actually do. So ultimately, you could make out pretty decently, but I could get his deep throw accuracy up by using, okay, what is that? Okay, how many would I need? I would need, where's the other deep throw accuracy? I would need 24 components in order to get him his deep throw accuracy to a 90. If you think that matters, though, you see what I'm saying? Each stadium, uniform, coach, or whatever, but we have John Madden, so we can't use the coach. Each one of these guys have 10 slots. All right? So for each one of these things that you add, you got to count it up. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So if I use this in the uniforms, I can get up to 30. So that's more than enough. That's more than enough for me to chem him up and get his deep throw accuracy where I need it for the actual 90 overall with 24 components. If I wanted to get crazy and go to 28, I could add a little bit more of those things going on, right? It's going to cost a lot of training points, though, but I would have to I would have to do the uniforms and the stadium and just straight chem them out. But in my opinion, the reason that I haven't done that yet is because I just feel, it's not even that I feel, I know that he's going to play the same way. Because even when I had Tom Brady, with all of those stats just all the way up, he still would miss throws consistently. So I'm not a fool. I understand that the way that EA has it set up, not only is it going to cost you a decent amount of training points, it's going to definitely, certain things are going to be what they are. So if you get Lamar Jackson, is it possible that if you chem him up enough with his throwing stats that he would be probably the most unstoppable quarterback in Madden 19? It's possible, but his deep throw accuracy is going to still be pretty low. So he's going to still miss some, but only if you throw the ball deep a lot. If you're like a mid to short dude, you probably could get away with doing it. Some of you guys are probably just going to use it because you support what he's doing right now. You think he's better than Joe Flacco, et cetera, et cetera. But for those of you that are seriously asking to, could this guy be a starter on your team? Yeah, but you're going to have to literally, you're just going to have to hike the ball and run. Because he's not going to make a lot of throws. Not in head-to-head gameplay. Probably like in your solos and stuff like that. If you wanted to run around and do foolishness, you could probably get away with it like that. But I don't really see it benefiting you to actually have him as a prototypical starter. Keeping him as a backup probably would be the best case scenario, running like the fake field goal with the run. I don't even know if I would do a play action pass with him. He has a 73 play action. He might just throw the ball into the stands again. That could be very, very difficult for you guys to deal with, because I know it would be for me. I would rage, bro. My head would probably just explode. It would just be a firestorm. But look, I would set myself up for failure if I did choose to use this card as a starter. So I just want you guys to be very, very careful with it going, because there's been a lot of excitement about it, and I really appreciate you guys asking, for my opinion with it. But best case scenario, you keep him as a backup and you use him for fake field goals and stuff like that. That's the best that I can do, guys. I really cannot justify saying that this card is worth anything right now. Power up, we can argue and debate about it, because then you could start putting stuff into it, and then we could really justify if this whole power up situation actually works by just seeing the way that these guys, change up based on their stats. You know what I'm saying? That could be something that you would be able to do. If that was something that you guys wanted to do or you wanted to look at, whatever. All right, so going forward, this is where we're going to be doing it. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, I don't think he's worth it as a starter, but I think as a gimmick quarterback for fakes and stuff like that with this right here, unless he gets a power up, I don't think it's the right move. I want to thank you guys and girls for, continuing to ask the questions. I am going to periodically choose a question to answer. All you have to do is be subbed and possibly follow me on Twitter at GmiasWorld, and you may get your question answered live on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. If you haven't liked the video already, please feel free to do so. If you want to see some funny Fortnite vids, head over to GmiasWorld Gaming and check it out. Let me know how trash I am in Fortnite. Until next time, one love.